Hello, everyone. Hi, I see Ada here and Katie Ferguson. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, Ada C, you signed in at 4:47 a.m. Oh my words. And Katie, oh my goodness, 2:31. You'll try to be here. So it looks like you guys signed in, but they may have stepped aside for a minute. So we're going to wait for a second. Jessica, would you go get my glasses out of the car, my regular reading glasses, please? I can't read the
Yeah,
comments with
I know, that's what I thought too. I was like, okay, I
better get these comments going.
I'll
All
depend
right.
on you.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll go back and forth between the
I'll be like,
comments and
oh,
between you and comments. And it looks like usually it takes a few minutes for people to get signed on and stuff, but these two, she says she'll try to be here, so it looks like they wanted to sign in, but they're not here yet. So we have Dee here, so whenever we get anyone else coming in, we'll just go and start talking about stuff. So Dee, we're going to go ahead and start talking about your Ford Connect. And we're not going to go into great detail because I want some more viewers to come on. But you built it out. What year did you start building it out in?
Well, just this last year during COVID, I had been previously to that, I was in my Dodge journey, kind of trying things out because I had seen Bob Wells, and one of his suggestions was, if you're getting the urge to do this, start with what you've got. And I had a Dodge Journey that was all paid for, and I thought, why not? And so I took out the middle seats and I started going out and using that and seeing if I liked doing that and if I could do that. And then found that there were some things that I really wasn't comfortable with in that, and we could get into detail about that at some point. But
hold on. I'm going to hold on just for a second and say hi to Lisa D's Delight. Says hi, ladies. Hi, Lisa D. Welcome, welcome.
Lisa D.
Yeah, hey. Here to talk with Dee today. And Ada C says hi. It's Ada from the UK. Wow.
Oh, that's why.
Wow. Are you over in London or out in the countryside? What part? Oh, and Kent. Okay, hi. Kent, I want to make sure I get your name. Igstrom, is that correct? Says hi, everyone. Hello.
Oh, you're reading glasses. What?
Just hold it.
What color are they?
Any color. Just okay. Just don't let the door slam, please. My daughter's going to get my reading glasses so I can read all these great comments. Kent says hello to everyone. Shauna Crabb says good evening. Hello, Shauna, welcome. Zane Amundsen, let me try and get this. I'm just going to say Zane. Zane just bought a 2016 Ford Transit Connect wagon and would love to ask more specific questions about the measurements and devices to put in theirs. A great and Zane says great build. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Can you see the comments, Dee?
Yeah, I can see them.
Okay, great. Kent says, and from Sweden. Oh my goodness, from Sweden. Well, welcome all the way from Sweden. Kent and Ada, I'm curious. I know in the UK that caravanning is very popular. I'm wondering, Kent, if it's also popular in Sweden. And Don Miller says, hi, Globies. That's my brother. How is everyone? Ada says, oh, Manchester. All right. I was very close to Manchester last time I was in the UK. Lisa D's Delight says, hi, everyone. I'm from Dallas. I was in Dallas not that long ago for Lollapalooza. Hopefully you'll make that next time. Oh, I'm your spoon.
I'm your spoon. That's my son.
Oh, hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. and whoever else is watching from my family on that one.
So I'm Your Spoon is Dee's son, and he is a technical whiz, I hear. And that's very important in a few moments because we're going to get into Dee has a big announcement to make here. And hi, Linda Murray. So you know what? So Dee is telling us the story about how you got involved in building your build, that you were in a journey, and Faye Martin said hello from Florida. So you started in the journey and then you went to the I want you to tell the story about
why the Ford Connect.
Mom. You think that you had a special divine message from your mom on this build. Can you tell that
really
story?
Yeah, it really was. Like, so when I had been actually looking at doing this for a couple of years, just trying to maybe find a place to live. And then I thought about, well, I used to, when I was younger, love camping. I used to love being out in RVs and stuff. And so the idea of getting a camper kind of came along. And then, so I went through different iterations of what that would look like. And so then I finally had seen I saw Josh Oakes do a Ford Transit Connect conversion. And I was like, that is the vehicle I want because it has great gas mileage. It's small enough that I can just use it and be stealth if I want to. And everything can be contained in it as well. I don't have to have a tent. I don't have to have an outdoor anything. And I really wanted to be able to do that, to have everything inside. And so I started looking around and nothing was kind of gelling. And then when I was about to give up the idea of, okay, I'm just during this time, because this was kind of mid-COVID. And I thought, well, I'm not going to find anything at this time. And then I had several sites that I kept, like cars.com or something. I kept scrolling down and looking for Connect. And the one that I have came up on the screen. And as I was thinking, I wonder if I should do that, a ladybug came and landed on the table next to me. And my mother, she passed away a couple of years ago, and she loved ladybugs. And I almost started crying at that moment because I was looking at a red Ford Transit that looked like a little ladybug, and the little ladybug landed next to me, next to my keyboard. And I was like, I took a picture of it. It's so crazy. And so then I inquired right away online to see if they would, because I had a couple stipulations that I wanted to be able to have credit. And at that time, my credit wasn't that great to be able to buy anything. And I wanted to be able to see it as soon as possible. And they said, come in tonight if you want to. And I was like, okay. And I said, well, are you going to be able to do anything about, credit or, and they're like, we'll work with you. Come. And then, and I was like, okay, that's a sales tactic or whatever. But when I arrived, they were so nice. And I didn't feel like they were trying to sell me. In fact, I was trying to sell them of like, okay, you got to make this good for me because I'm not going to do this if you don't. And it was just a great experience. And I walked out that night with the Ford. I couldn't believe it. And then I had the next day, my daughter was over visiting, and several of them, but we went into the van and she was with her, my granddaughter, and we were sitting in the van and a ladybug came and landed directly on my forehead and flew away. And my daughter said, because I had told her the story of how I saw that as a sign. And she said, Mom, Grandma just gave you a kiss. And so I was like, oh my gosh.
So ladybug was your mom's favorite item, and twice as you were in the process of going through this, purchased and looking, a lady just out of it randomly. Wow. And so the name of your YouTube channel?
Yes. So my new YouTube channel is Lady Bug Out, because I thought that would be a cute, with the bug out van, I can go and do my thing. And that's it. Yeah. And it's inspired by my mom, who was an adventurer herself and gave me a lot of her good traits of strength, I think, and faith, of just persevering through everything and going for it. And so I just went for it.
Lisa D. Delight says that is a confirmation. And I would say it really is a not once, but twice.
Twice. I know. Within the two days. I mean, within 24 hours or whatever. So that was amazing. Yeah.
The Happy Camper says that the Happy Camper is currently saving money to buy a van myself. What kind of van are you looking for, a Happy Camper? Have you decided? And Mo Bang for Your Bucks. Hi, my friend there, Mo Bang for Your Bucks. That's a creator who has and also Happy Camper. Happy Camper says, Dee, are you the one that built the tiny bed and poop thing? Yes.
Yes, I am.
The little tiny bucket that I won't say what won't fit on me, but let's just say a tiny, tiny bucket. Dreaming Out Loud RVing says, hello, just jumping in. Oh, welcome, welcome, Dreaming Out Loud RVing. They went looking, trying to find a base camp for me when they went to the Tampa RV show. Thank you so much, Dreaming Out Loud. They did some great shows from that. So everyone go over and check out those videos from Dreaming Out Loud RVing. Wanda Craig said, I needed to hear this. I know. Wasn't that just a beautiful story, Wanda? I mean, it's like a confirmation from above, you know? And
Yeah.
Judith, who's my friend Judy, said, hi, Carol, everyone from sunny California. Yes, it is sunny. It's 90 degrees here in Palm Springs today. So it's kind of toasty. Chef Santa's Culinary Travels on Mangia Bus says, hello, ladies. Just a quick hello. I can't stay. God bless and have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Chef Santa, for stopping by. I appreciate that. One of the holiest, Amy, my sister-in-law, says, hi, Carol and everyone. Hello, Amy. How are you? And people are just greeting everyone. Dreaming Out Loud says, hello, Happy Camper. We are on our phone, but hello. Well, hey, whatever works is what I say.
That's right.
No Man's Van says, hello. Hi there, No Man's Van. Happy Camper says, I want a van to stand up in. A Connect would be great. Well, I am looking forward to and encourage. What do you have to say about that for Happy Camper?
Yeah, so you can't stand up all the way. It's not the transits with like the 144 wheel base or something like that. Those have the low, mid, and high roofs. And the 2010 from 2013 down, if you get a Connect, which is what I have, a Transit Connect, they have the higher roofs, but you can stand leaning over. So, and I'm 5'8", so if you're tall, I mean, probably if you were 5'2", 5'4", maybe at the most, you could probably stand up. But I had to kind of hunch over. But it's enough for me because when I'm sitting, I can raise my hands. I can actually do yoga in my van sitting down. So I can do a lot of movement, which made me feel better than when I was in the Dodge. When I was in the Dodge, I felt kind of cramped. I was high, so my head was literally touching the ceiling sometimes. So this feels more roomy, and I intentionally did my bed low so that it would feel even more roomy. And the negative space in front of my bed, that was important to also to give it this spaciousness for being such a small vehicle. So
Rachel Burbridge says, hello, and she says you have inspired her to do the van thing.
Do it.
So I'm missing some comments, but you all just hang in there. Kent says, yes, it has become a lot now. Last year, more and more, many people want to come out. COVID is probably one of the biggest reasons. Yes, from Sweden, saying that even across over in Europe, that this has had a huge impact. Van Life with Gina. Hi, my friend. Van Life with Gina up in Oregon. Gina. So good to see you. Everyone's saying hello. Dreaming Out Loud RVing says Paul is 5'8" and stands well in our ProMaster. Yeah, I'm 5'8", but ProMaster is tall. Yeah, so that is, but it is more expensive than a Connect. So it depends on what your budget is and if you want a new versus used. Now, the Happy Camper says, I didn't realize that, Dee. I forgot about the low, high, and mid roof. Yeah, that's on the Transit. Now, the Connect just has one size roof, right?
No, yeah, Connect. Exactly.
Right.
The Connects under 2013. So in 2013, they started doing more like an SUV or a minivan type roof. So they're not high. They don't have that little ladybug shape like mine does.
Okay, so you need a 2013 or 2013 or before.
Yeah, mine's a 2010. So yeah,
with the Connect. Okay, so everyone's saying hello.
Hi.
The Happy Camper says hi to Van Life with Gina. Saw your sticker all over Blue Wave's video today. Super cool. Yeah, Blue Wave is very cool. Faye Lute says hi, Carol and Dee. Sorry I'm late. You're not late, Faye. You're perfectly on time. Everyone is just saying hello, hello. Happy Camper says I'm also considering a minivan and cutting the roof off as well. Saw a cool video on a man who did just that. You know, I have a friend who has not a minivan, but she has like it's like a GMC, and she's having the roof cut off, and Fibrine is putting a new roof on so she can be able to stand in that. So that is an option.
Yeah, well, a lady that I watch, Allison Sharp, who has the travel snacks, she did that. She did it herself, which that was hard.
Wow, I wouldn't be brave enough to do that myself. No.
Wouldn't have the stamina. Like that was one of my points was just like, I need it to be easy. It needs to be something that I can do myself, and I need to just and I have to be able to do it in a certain price range. I can't spend that much money on this, and so that just hit all of those little factors that I was considering at the time, and I've loved it. I really have loved it so much.
So speaking of being with a budget, what would you say that your build cost you about the build part of it?
So you had me, we talked last night, and she had me go through those numbers, and I was shocked myself. So for everything that you saw in her in the video that Carol did, it was $1,543. That's it. Which, I mean, it may seem like a lot for some people, but for me, I was looking at vans that their like builds are costing them $10,000. So I'm like, oh my God. And mine feels like
not usually have a 40, 50, 60,000. What? So tell me again, what the build cost for you again?
$1,543. So that's including all the materials, the mat, the cabinet that you see, everything, except for, some of the incidentals, which I haven't gotten to all of how those are, but they're not that much. It wasn't that much. It was like maybe
$1,500, not including the van, which you had told me was about a little over 5,000. So basically, for about $6,500, you have a second home on wheels. That's unbelievable. And you have a bed, kitchen, living room, bathroom, shower. Yeah. That's just incredible. That is really. Dreaming Out Loud RVing says we're going to install a high top on our son's van soon. I would love to see that. Dreaming Out Loud RVing. That sounds amazing. And Lisa D's Delight said, "Oh my God, herself. She put the top on herself." That's unbelievable. Judy says we all need to meet up in the fall. Carol's meetup. Well, I am going to be, God willing, and the creek don't rise, I'm planning to go to Lollapalooza. That's actually Lola's from Lost on Land. But I am planning to go there, and hopefully some of you will come out and meet up with us there. Motivation Garden. Hello, Motivation Garden. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Dreaming Out Loud RVing says, what a great price on a build. Good for you, Dee. Lisa D's Delight said, what was the price? She said it was approximately $1,500 for the build. The bed, that included the bed, the sink, the cabinet, everything.
The rug. Yeah, everything.
Wow, the outdoor shower, basically, and even your fancy toilet. Your fancy toilet.
My fancy toilet. My fancy IKEA toilet.
And also the van itself was under $5,500. So we're talking about around $6,500, a little more for the entire vehicle and the build. So this can be done really for a reasonable price. When you think if a person was looking at paying rent, you pay $6,500, within less than a year, you'd be paying much more than that on rent. Absolutely, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then you have something that if you decided to sell it, you could still probably get more for it than you put into it because, you know, they're so popular right now.
Yeah, you know, and actually, I was sitting in the park the other day, and a woman came by and asked if I would rent it out. She said, "Do you rent this out to people?" So I was like, "No, but maybe you could talk me into it."
Maybe. Three Generations says, Dee, you truly have an amazing job. Dee, she does, and we're going to get a little into that also. Happy Camper said, "Where is that, Carol?" Well, Lollapalooza happens in Texas, and last year it was near Dallas, actually it was in Dallas at a state park there. So it was just so much fun. Deborah Dickinson was there. Nomadic Fanatic was there. G.L.O.W was there. Just so many people were there, and it was just, we followed safety protocols, and it was just really, it's being that it was at a state park, it was outside, so it's so much fun. Lisa D's Delight says, "Wow, awesome." No Man's Van says, "Gotta run, blessings." Well, thank you so much, No Man's Van, for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. Kay Hannah said, "Great price." Yes, that's an amazing price, Dee. Sindel Smith says,
and it only had 64,000 miles on it.
So under 100,000. And let me ask you, what kind of gas mileage?
That was another criteria, huh?
What kind of gas mileage do you get?
Really good. It says on the book it gets like 27 to 30, but I average about 28 to 30 miles per gallon.
So you're getting,
I mean, it may be, it depends where I'm driving. Like if I'm up in the mountains and stuff, it's normal, 25 or whatever. But that's another reason I was looking at Priuses as well, because I was like, oh, that great gas mileage and all that. And this is like I think I don't know. I guess I'm not an expert on like minivans, but it's a really good price or I mean, mileage for.
That's amazing mileage. 25 to anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per gallon. That's incredible. Wow. Dreaming Out Loud says, "We got here a little late. Sorry for asking. What is Dee's channel?" Could you say your channel name again, Dee?
Yes, it's Lady Bug Out. So yeah, and if anybody wants to go over there after the live stream, I uploaded my first video. My son helped me edit, and so yeah, and it's about the bed. So if you have specifics on how I did my bed, that's what it's about. And I heard you all saying that you wanted more details, and so that's what I decided to make that the first one. And there's more to follow, hopefully
Very
weekly.
Cool. Very cool. Full-Time Dream says, "Good evening." Hello, Full-Time Dream, and thank you for coming in. Marianne Bonifaire says, "Late again, packing for Florida." Wow. Where are you heading to Florida from, Marianne? Call Me V says, "G.L.O.W, I must say you are amazing for your video for the needy homesteader. Bless you." Oh my goodness. Those of you who haven't seen that shout out that I did on my community page, go check it out. The Needy Homesteader. Go onto the Needy Homesteaders, if you will, and just subscribe to support her. She has a video out explaining what happened to them. I'm not going to go into the whole detail, but basically were coming from dinner, her husband, and her two small kids, 8 and 5, and they were hit head on by a drunk driver, and her husband was killed instantly, and all of them were seriously injured. So do go over there. That's a way, without having to come out of pocket, you can support her by just watching her videos, running her playlist, subscribing. So I would just encourage and ask each of you to not only go over and subscribe, but would you share out Needy Homesteader? Just wonderful lady, wonderful family, has had a horrible, horrible experience that was no fault of their own.
Yeah.
One of the Homely says, "Carol, I'm going to ship your brother to you because he needs to go on a vacation." Okay, That's good. Hey, we're always up for a vacation, so ship him on out. I bet he does need a vacation. Jay Hanna says, going to join. Okay, come on, come on. Call Me V says, hi, thanks, Lady Bug Out. So I'm going to read some comments, and I want you to go into a little more detail into what exactly is in the video on your bed, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And then Judy says, please don't rub it in with gas mileage. Call Me V says, hello, oh, what delightful people. Oh, thank you. And maybe Homesteader too, yes. Mary Ann Boniface says, Delaware to Fort Myers. Wow. Well, that's not too bad, but I bet that it'll be a lot better weather in Fort Myers, that's for sure. Happy Camper says, Dee, that mileage is amazing for a used vehicle. It is. It is.
It is. Yeah, the guy who owned it previously only took it out in the summer on the weekends.
Wow.
And so it was really kept up well. And I mean, I lucked out on this van.
That's like a van that was driven by a little old lady to the grocery store. You know what I mean? That's the equivalent of that, you know. Full-time Green says, very sad story. It is a sad story, but do go out and just give some support. Griswold Family Vacay says, hey, everyone. Hi, Griswold Family Vacay. They're another creator. So go on over and check them out. How's my man, little Landon, doing? I love that little kid. Kay Hannes has a smile, says, we'll join. Thank you, Kay Hanna. I appreciate that for going on over to, and let him know Glorious Life on Wheels sent you over. The Happy Camper says, I just watched the Needy Homesteader. It was heartbreaking to hear all that took place with her and her family. It broke my heart. But, you know, we are a loving, helpful community. And from people who can do a little to people who can do a lot, but we can all go over and subscribe and watch and run her playlist, because then that adds to her revenue. So Lisa Dee's Delight says, yes, very delightful. So tell us a little bit about without giving it all away, because we want people to go watch it.
I went to watch. It's just people were asking specifics in the comments. I tried to read as many comments as I could on your video, Carol, and so I was thinking, well, maybe that's where I'll start. So it has the specifics. I mean, I'll just kind of walk you through it and show you everything that I mean, it's not that detailed, because I had never thought that I would do this and that people would be even interested in the bed. So I have some details of what it looks like. I have all the links to all the things that I used for that. Okay. So that in itself, I think, will just be helpful for people, hopefully, because a lot of people were asking for a link for the tatami mattress that I use. Right. So it just kind of has those details, so you can go in one place and look for it. If I didn't already provide that link for you, I tried.
Do you have dimensions for it on the video?
Say that again.
Include some dimensions in the video?
Yep, all the dimensions.
Okay. So if you really want to copy that bed, which was a brilliant idea, it's a pull out. If you want to copy that, go over. And we have a question from Call Me V. She asked, what is the spelling of your channel? It's just Ladybug. L-A-D.
Exactly how you have it. Yeah, Ladybug Out. Lady with space, bug out.
Okay, L-A-D-Y, then B-U-G out. So Ladybug Out. Go over and check it out. All right. Griswold Family Vacay says, Landon is great. Thanks for asking. Go over and check out Griswold Family Vacay, and you'll see the cutest little kid you ever want to see, named Landon. Travel Commission Newly says, hi, Glo. I just met Fee, and she noticed that I needed help with my windows. What a wonderful lady. I'm looking forward to the van tour that you did on her today. I did do a van tour on a lady named Fee. She's 63 years old, and she's in a minivan. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not positive, but I think we're going to air that this Tuesday coming up on Out and About. So go over and check out my video on, you all have been asking for videos on minivans. So that's what I did. Kay Hanna says, I'm looking for Dee's channel too. Yes, go over and check out Dee's channel, Ladybug Bug Out. And
yeah, I think my son must have put the ladybug out. So where you see ladybug out, that's what it looks like in the comments there. Dee's channel is ladybug out. That's probably my son sharing what it looks like. Yeah.
Is it ladybug out? BUGOUT?
Yep.
Okay, call me V. Okay, yes, call me V. That's it. So go over and check it out. She says, newly subbed. Oh, and happy International Women's Day, beautiful ladies. Oh, great. International Women's Day. Hey, good to hear that. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that. Call me V. Kay Hana says, thank you. Diane Curley says, love your glowing style, your guest, and delicious recipes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Diane. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. And I do. Don't I have the best guest? The best guest on here, including Dee here today. Brian Ford says, can't hang out today, but I wanted to say hi and send some love. Thank you, Brian. Sending love right back to you. Lady Bug Out. Dee's channel is Lady Bug Out.
That's my son. Yeah.
Okay. It has a little red transit on it. Oh, how cute. Braley Creative Travel says, hey, hello, Blaine. And Van Life with Gina is saying hello. Lisa D's Delight says, I don't see it. Well, do it different ways. Maybe do Ladybug Out 2 words, then put them both together, then do a YouTube. Because sometimes it takes a little bit of effort to find the channel when it's new, but you will find it.
And it'll say how I made my bed. That's the name of the thumbnail.
Okay, so the name of it is How I Made My Bed on the thumbnail. So Lisa, I don't see it. Well, it is there. And it is there, so do go back and check. And if I can, I wish I knew how to drop a stream for it, because I would do that, but I do not know how to do that. Kay Hana said, just subscribe. Yay. So it is there. You got a subscriber. Kay Hana, thank you very much. Rayleigh Creative Travel, Blaine over there, and Gina are saying hello. Call Me V says, put How I Made My Bed in the search. It's easy to find. Okay, so that's a good idea. Put How I Made My Bed. That might be in the search. That's a good suggestion, Call Me V.
And there is a channel that's Ladybug Out altogether. That's why I couldn't do it that way. But she only has a few things on her channel. I checked it out, and my son said it was okay. So I separated the lady from the bug out. And even if you do Ladybug Out altogether, it's down in the feed just a little bit. Yeah.
But if you put that Ladybug Out, then put How I Call Me V suggested How I Made My Bed in the search, that will make it easier to find. And Lisa D's Delight says she found it. Lucianne Silva says, hello, I'm the Brazilian one, and I just arrived. I didn't hear her history, but I'm going to watch the video later. Thank you so much. And go over. She has a channel called Lady Bug Out, and she has How I Made My Bed. She has if you want to go check, I have a tour of her Ford Connect, and you can see that, and then go over to her channel and you can see the details. Now, I do have a question. Do you think you'll ever do a build guide on this? You know, a written build guide?
I mean, why not?
Anyone interested in a build guide, put B in the comments, so Dee can get an idea of the interest out there. But I think that would be great, a build guide, so people who have not even just Connects, but other vehicles, they can use similar.
I mean, and the thing is, it was so easy. It didn't require anything else than I mean, I could have done it all with a screwdriver, but I happen to have a little drill that I used, and that, a saw, screws. I mean, it really it doesn't require a lot of skill. It requires a lot of thinking and planning. So I did have days where I just wrote things down on a piece of paper, measured and remeasured. Yeah.
And Pam Gypsy Aries says, hi, friends. And Lisa D. Delight says, I sub too. Hey, thank you. Go on over there. Woo-hoo. We'll do the roll. Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay, we need to have those little shout outs.
I know.
I'll do it. Yay!
With one video. Griswold
Yeah,
family.
just one. There'll be more.
There'll be more. Full-Time Dream says, I put the link, if that is okay, copy and paste. Thank you, Full-Time Dream. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Because you know I don't know what I'm doing here. So I appreciate the help. Pam Gypsy area says, I'll check out her channel. Thank you. Mo Bang for your buck says, moderate, paste her link here to make it easy for everyone. Okay, Call Me B put a B. So she wants the build guide. Anyone else put a B? Don Miller says, B's bed looks extremely comfy. Plenty of room to stretch out in. So
it is. Well, and my daughter, oops, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
My daughter and I are going to North Carolina for a yoga retreat that another friend is putting on, and we're going to go together. So we'll see how it goes with two people in there. I'm a little curious to see if it holds up.
So you both are going together. That will be okay. Yeah. That'll be interesting to see. Yeah. Now, I'm having some people say it's not clickable. They're not being able to see it. But just put Ladybug out how I made my bed. That's what Kent Ingstrom is saying. And from Sweden. And Lisa D's Delight says, so comfy. So where, Don Miller says, where are you going in North Carolina for this retreat?
I'm not sure. I just kind of, I mean, I have it written down somewhere. I looked out the road, but I couldn't tell. It's somewhere at a retreat center.
Okay.
I think a house or, yeah. So
what are your future plans now that you have this beautiful bug out vehicle? What are your future plans?
Yeah. So I'm still part-time. So I will be doing what I've always loved to do, probably revisiting a lot of areas that I have done before, or where I would initially, so I was just at the WRTR that wasn't an official one. And the Sue Ann Carlson put a drop where you could go find her. Right. And that's where I met Carol and met a few other ladies. And that was my intention. I was telling Carol last night that my life has been such, I travel a lot, and I will get into this in details probably on my channel, but I lived in Bolivia off-grid for 5 years, and I actually recouped some great videos from that, and it was like YouTube before there was YouTube, before there was internet. Right. So I did that, and then lived in the Dominican Republic, and have moved around a lot as a child as well. So I think nomadic life really fits me, and I was in search of just friends at this stage of life, in this season of life, that like to do the same kinds of things that I do, and that's really what drove me into it more than anything. And first time out, in Ladybug Out, I mean before that in the Dodge, I had also done that, but at the WRTR, it was great because I met so many wonderful women. So I'm very grateful. And I'll just keep doing that. Going where there's gatherings, there's meetups, there's caravans. I'll search them out, and if I can go, I'll go.
Now we were talking. Let me just say hello. Papa Mosa is there. Hello, Papa Mosa. Welcome to the house. By the way, on March 12th, is it Papa Mosa? I think it's March 12th. I'm going to be on Papa Mosa's live. So go on over and check that out. Also, Barefoot in Alaska, hello and welcome to the live. Happy Camper is thanking Papa Mosa for his kind words on her memory video the other day. So I'll have to go check that out, Happy Camper. Pam Gypsy Aries says she found it and subbed. So another sub. Mo Bang for your buck says, ladies, do not tell your exact location where you're going to be at. That's a good point, Mo Bang for your bucks. Good point. I should have thought of that. But it is in North Carolina. Very good point. Happy Camper says, Pam, hi, I got her too. Ooh, okay, yay. Great. Motivation Garden just subscribed. Okay, you're on a roll. You're on a roll. Now, when we were talking the other day, actually yesterday, you were talking about how in the nomad life, it's seeing, Lisa D's Delight sub too. Thank you, Lisa D.
Thank you.
Talked about how it seems that you make fast friends or make friendships fast in the nomad life. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I really do. I think that that is something I had done just again. I kind of acquired that skill as since I was little, and it is. I think that people are in very, even though we come at it from different life circumstances and reasons behind why we're doing it, but you're doing that because you love that. And I think that's something that we all connect over. And you can do it so quickly because you can choose to participate and find people, or you can choose not to. And that's your prerogative. And that's what's beautiful about it. Anytime you want, you can kind of say, hey, I'm checking out here. I'm going to be some alone. But if I want to find somebody, I can find somebody that's, walking around or either outside their van and say hi. So yeah,
Delphine Bowles just came in. I want to say hi to Delphine from Florida. And Leah Noro said she subscribed. Link above. Love Glow. Thank you, Leah. I love you too. Alice Goes Nomad. Oh, I like that. Says hi from DC. Since I'm joining so late, I'm scrolling back to the beginning. Thanks, Alice. Alice Goes Nomad. What a cool name. Pam Gypsy Aries says it's a beautiful tribe. It really is. Absolutely is. Mo Bang for a Buck says we need a G.L.O.W meetup. Hey, come to Lollapalooza in Dallas area in October. Come for a meetup. We'll absolutely plan on that. This gives plenty of time, and hopefully things will have settled down. But we met this past October, and it was the midst of everything, but we just kept distances, and I wore a mask all the time, and you have your own campsite, so you don't really have to go into someone else's campsite if you don't want to, and you're outside so much at a campground. So that's what like we were just in Portside. Yeah, you're outside, so you're just able to maintain that safe distance. So with these meetups that you're going to, and the people, have you already met some people that you think are going to be long-term friends?
I do, yeah. You met Marie, who is also we connected over our connects because she has a red connect as well. So that was fun. And we're actually in the beginning of April. We'll be around Pahrump, Nevada, to meet up with Bob Wells. He's going to do an interview with me and film or do a van tour with me. So
that should be really exciting, guys. Hold on, and I'm sure you'll be announcing it on your channel.
Yeah, and that would be like a place too. If anybody wanted to do a meetup there, that I would, if anybody could join, that would be awesome. I'd have some
great
cheers from people.
Ken Engstrom says, just subscribe. Thank you so much. Mo Bang for your buck says no mask in Texas. Well, that's true now, but I still may wear mine. I don't know. Anna Marie Cusimano says, hello, G.L.O.W. Hope you're all having a beautiful day. It's 72 here in Southern California. That's perfect weather. I'm in Palm Springs, but it's 90 here. I'm probably going to get a little hotter a little later. But Nathaniel Weeks says, hello, everyone. Hello, Nathaniel. Welcome. Happy says, that is so cool, Dee, with Bob. Just watched his PBS special last night and his role in Nomadland. That was quite an interesting, is that me, the back feed? Oh, that was quite an interesting movie, The Nomadland. It really was, and Bob Wells had quite several appearances in it.
Griswold, I know, and his were the most profound in some ways. I thought
he shared some very personal information, about the grief, the loss of his son, and yeah, they were very profound. Happy Camper says, oh yeah, she watched that. Griswold Family Vacay says, new friend here. Great Griswold Family Vacay. Motivation Garden says, Dee, what does your family think of your nomadic journey? That's a great question. What do they think of your nomadic journey? What do they think at the beginning when you told them you were going to do this, and what do they think now?
You'd probably have to ask them. No, they have been supportive every step of the way. I couldn't ask for better kids. I mean, they they just I think they might have thought I was a little crazy when they started seeing me pulling out the middle seats of my Dodge and going, "Why are you in the garage all the time?" Like Aaron, my son, he was always like, "What are you doing in the garage, Mom?" I'd be like, "Saw, saw, saw, saw," and I was a driven woman. But once they saw the result of it, I think it kind of sunk in, and they're like, okay, she's not just, this isn't a fad that she's gonna just like go away after doing it for a week. And now with the Connect, I think they're really understanding it. And when they watched Nomadland, some of my kids actually were like, wow, I get that.
Get it now.
I get it now. Like that is a community of people that is very deep and fun, loving. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Lisa D's Delight says, maybe I need to do a live too to try and get some subs. It's hard to grow on YouTube. Well, everyone go over and give Lisa D's Delight some love too. We don't want you to feel left out, Lisa D's. So
yeah, and I've been trying to do that as I see people on the comments in Carol's. I'm like going over trying to subscribe to people's channels because there's no competition really. There's enough people to just kind of be subscribing everybody. I mean, I think we should all do it to everybody's channels. I think it's wonderful. And I love watching people that I'm seeing their name. I'm like, oh, that's who that is. Yeah, so it's fun.
Papa Moses says, yes, this Friday evening, March 12th at 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. So that would be 3 to 4 Pacific time. I will be on Papa Mosa's live. He says the lovely Glow Queen herself will be my guest. Yes, I don't know about Glow Queen, but I'll be there. Papa Moses saying hello. I think I recognize someone that you might know. Alina Yacino. Does that sound familiar?
That's my daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Alina. Thank
Hi,
you
Alina.
for letting us have some time of your mom, your time with your mom, sharing her with us. She says, let's go. Is that the daughter that's going with you to North Carolina?
Actually, she will be there. She's going to be doing the food preparation at the retreat.
Okay.
Yeah, she's certified nutritionist, and she's doing all the.
Yeah. Very cool. Anna Marie says, what's the name of your channel? It's Lady Bug Out. So lady is one word, and bug out is another word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you might have to scroll down. Yeah, since it's not in the search engine, you'll probably have to scroll down a little bit. But yeah, it's bug out is one word. Lady bug out. So,
but if you put in Anna Marie, if you put in put the name of the channel, Lady, and then bug out, and then put how I made my bed, it will come up easier that way. So
yeah, and somebody did. If you scroll back, somebody did put a link as well. They said.
Okay, I think someone said that didn't really work, but if you add how I made my bed, they said that's how it came up. It says, I appreciate that so much. I cook yummy food. Well, I'd love to go over and see some of the yummy food that you're cooking, Lisa D's. So we'll have to go over and check that out, everyone. In fact, can everyone in here who's a creator, who has a YouTube channel, put a C in the comments so we can know everyone, and everyone who's in here can see who the creators are and go over and show them some love. So can we go ahead and do that? Full-Time Dream says, Lisa D's Delights. Where was that? Oh, we have guests on our lives. Yes, Full-Time Dream. Yeah, it is great to have guests on your lives, like the wonderful, amazing Dee here. Esther Stevens says, oh my, hi all, hello. Lisa D's Delight says, you got one more love in your channel. Well, thank you, Mo Bang, for your buck. Thank you for that. Anna Marie says, got it. Lisa D's Delight says, oh, okay, full time. Alina, the kids are listening to you. We are so proud of you. Aisha, Alina, and Aaron.
Aisha, Alina, Alice, and Aaron. Yes, those are my kids.
You say hi to each of them, Dee, why don't you?
Hi, Aisha. Hi, Alina. Hi, Alice. Hi, Aaron.
Now
And hi, little Edita.
I've noticed they all
And hi
start
to my
with
sons-in-law.
They all start with A's, I've noticed. Is there
Uh-huh.
a reason for that?
Just couldn't get past an A in the alphabet.
Oh,
So they
God.
do all have stories behind their names, but I won't get into that.
Okay, well, that's something you can share on your channel. You know, the story behind their names. Motivation Garden says, follow parties, everyone, follow everyone else on this live chat. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ken says 38 have just subscribed. Awesome. Whoa. So 38 have just subscribed, it looks like. Yee-haw. The happy camper.
We'll go over.
We have some people putting C's in for content creators. The happy camper, Lisa D's Delights, Griswold Family Vacay, Full-Time Dream. All right, I'm going down a little bit. Papa Mosa, Motivation Garden. All right, you guys, go on over, and each of those things, even if you have to come back, because sometimes the feed goes fast. So just come back in and watch, and you'll hit the live chat, and you can see all the feeds, and go down one at a time and subscribe to each of the content creators. Lisa D's Delight says, what a blessing for you to do the C thing. Thank you. Oh, Lisa, no problem. This is a supportive community. We're supporting each other. Anna Mono says, okay, you have one more sub. That's what I'm liking. Lisa D's Delight says, I'm cooking now, but I will be going back to sub all the C's here later tonight. That's the way to do it, Lisa D. That's the way. And Delphine Bowles says also hello to Lisa D's Delight. Just subscribe. So I wanted to ask you a little bit. Now, you are the co-founder of a charity, correct?
Yes.
A nonprofit. Can you tell us a little bit about the nonprofit that you're the co-founder of?
Yeah, wow, that I didn't realize you were going to do a plug for that. It's called Del Camino Connection, and we basically connect non-for-profit organizations and other charities to globally in Latin America in about 14 different countries. And it's people who are working in their communities to do good works and support their communities. So that's what we've been doing for years. And that's why we lived in the Dominican Republic. We were doing other community development work before that in Bolivia. But that, yeah, my whole life has kind of been about how can I look for where the need is and try to serve in any way I can. So that's kind of what we founded together and have been doing ever since, basically. So
what brought you? How did you happen to decide to do that? What was it that did you see something? Did you have an epiphany? What happened?
I think our work in Bolivia, and there'll be more on that, but just I'm an anthropologist by background, and I was really interested in cultures and how do people live in different environments, and what do they have to go through, and how does that develop a community. And when I lived in Bolivia, I was the person in need because we lived in the Amazonian jungle, basically, and I didn't know anything. And we were there actually with an organization that was supposed to help these displaced Quechua Indians from the highlands of Bolivia that were promised land in the eastern lowland. And they came down, and it was jungle, and all their sheep, but their hair wool sheep died because they weren't used to the hot climate. But when I went there, I realized I didn't know anything about living in that environment, and I needed to depend on them for food, for everything. And so I think that is what kind of spawned in me, is that if I can in my life in some way do that for other people who just happen to be in circumstances that beyond their control, they don't have the access to resources or to finances or to whatever. And so I think that's why I kind of resonate with the whole cheap RV living, what Bob Wells does, because he's doing really cool stuff, and I really like that.
So you have a heart for people, it sounds like, and that and have for quite a while, it sounds like. So that's even more reason to want to follow this wonderful lady on her channel. I have Art from Mac Daddy's Dogs and Catering says, howdy, 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 you all. Sorry I'm late. Art, you're not late. You're right on time. Anyone's on time that comes into the chat. Don Miller says, helping others. Talk about real good people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Freddie Schaefer says, happy camper. Did you get my comment on the needy homesteader she recently lost? Yes, Freddie, I did a shout out on my community page to all my subs and asked them all if they could go over and watch her video, and also if they could all, if everyone could just sub and maybe do her playlist and whatever else is possible, because it is truly a tragedy to that family of mammoth proportions. So we did. I did do a shout out and ask everyone not only to go over there and sub, but also if they could share that video. Just hit share and send it out to all your people. So we are all doing that, coming and farming a circle around needy homesteaders for sure. Art Mac Daddy's Dogs and Catering says, anybody else having sound issues, or is it just my crappy computer? No, I'm getting back feed too. Anyone else are you getting back feed, Dee?
No.
Yeah, no. This is a brand new MacBook Pro, so I don't know so I don't think it's your computer, Art Mac Daddy's Dogs. I think it's something else. I don't know what it is. Unfortunately, I don't have the technical expertise.
I'm cutting out, but I'm smiling. Aw, thank you.
Now I can see Dee. I can see Dee. Dee is cutting out, but she's smiling, so I can't complain. Now I can see Dee plainly. So I don't know what's happening.
But my mic is cutting out. I think that's what they're saying.
Is that it?
See if I can. Anybody else having a problem? There's an echo. Do I have YT on in the back? No, I don't have anything in the background.
Do you have your phone on?
Maybe. Yeah, here, I'll put that over there.
Okay,
I was trying to read the comments from my phone.
Okay, let's see.
Is that better?
I think I'm still hearing it, but not as much. Maybe you might want to turn the phone completely off and see if that.
Well, it could be. I mean, I have a lot of people in my house that are using internet probably at this point, so I don't know.
Okay. Art Mac Daddy says, Art, make peace here. Just trying to advertise my hot dog cart business more. Okay. All right. Well, hey, can't fault you for that, Art Make Daddy's Dogs and Catering. Full-Time Dream says, yes, there is an echo. Does Dee have YouTube on in the background? Is there YouTube on in the background? Because we don't have anything else on here.
Maybe let me. I'll
YouTube volume up. I don't. Let's see.
I'm just clicking out of anything that it's on my computer right now. So hopefully that'll help.
G.L.O.W has an echo, not D. So I'm wondering I wonder if it's my connection. I'm at a resort here, so I don't know. I don't usually have this at home, but it may be, a lot of people may be on right now. So if it gets too bad, guys, let me know if it's so bad that you can't hear. Papa Moses says it's a feedback loop. I don't even know what that is. Now, Donald says he can hear D perfectly. So I don't know. Go figure.
Yeah.
Chantel Vittori says, so excited to hear Dee will be launching her own channel. She's going to be a huge inspiration to me.
It's launched.
Launched. It is launched. It's on
one video.
It's on right now, Chantel. She has already, is it called? Uploaded, right? Uploaded. I can't remember what's uploaded and what's downloaded, but she's uploaded a video, and it's called How I Made My Bed, and it's a video about how she actually made the bed herself and the steps that she went through. Papa Moses says, I always have to shut down my phone when I go live. My phone is shut down. I have it.
Mine is on, but it's well, maybe
Yeah.
I
It is, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think it's okay. Are you guys still here in the background? Well, we're going to power through it because we don't have that much longer to go. And I want to make sure. Jane Amundsen says, could you please give link to water device in your van? So Zane, are you talking about the pump that she used? The
yeah,
pump?
I know what you mean.
You have a link on your video to the pump, Dee?
On this one, no, but I will, because I think that's the next one I'm going to do. So next week, so this is the first one, and then probably next week I'll do the whole sink shower setup.
Okay.
And
So
I'll put the links to that. I mean, and I can look up whoever that was that asked the question, and
that was Zane Amundsen. Zane, do you have a YouTube channel or any way for Dee to? Well, Zane.
Well, I could just do it on the comment if I find it.
Okay. All right. Oh, can you do it on the comment? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, or we get the feedback. Well, if it's only a minute, who cares? I mean, we're not. It's not like we're doing the Oscars here or something. Academy Awards. It's just slow. Okay. Happy Camper says, Lisa's Delight. I'll be checking out. Still an echo, but not too bad. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Well, Shanna Kraft says one of our community members needs help. Tina's the outsider. She put a new video this evening that sheds some light on her van issue. Okay. Well, I'll go over and check out Tina's the outsider, Shanna. Thank you very much for that information. Let me write that down. Okay. So, Freddie Schaefer says, what is the Facebook site for you, G.L.O.W? Freddie, I'm ashamed to say I don't know. I have a Facebook, but I don't know. I have an Instagram, but I haven't posted anything on it. So my goal is by the end of the month to start posting on Instagram. And I can't say when I'll do Facebook, but I'm going to start posting on Instagram. And Dee, are you getting an Instagram?
Yeah, I do. And it's ladybug.out. So it's all little letters, ladybug.out. And I just started it too.
So ladybug.out?
Out, yes, because Ladybug Out was taken.
Okay. So. All right. So I will be getting, well, I have an Instagram, but I don't have anything on it, but I will be posting some things. So
and mine will be mainly just my van life stuff. I mean, I'll have some person, like you'll see my granddaughter in a picture there.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll mainly be about beautiful things that I see along the way, I guess. Yeah. So.
Okay. Happy Camper says, Zane Amundsen, hi and bye. The hour is over. Oh my goodness, the hour is over already. Happy Camper says, great live, girls. Really enjoyed it. Dee, you have a great smile. Carol, you shine, girl. Thank you, Happy Camper. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone saying they're join Dee's channel. Says if it's the one with 482 people. So if that's the one, Papa Mosa, I guess is that you, Papa Mosa? They're talking about 482 people. I'm not sure what that is. But Donald Miller says, someone please assist Motivation Garden. Oh, okay. Motivation Garden says, Dee, I live in Texas. We just had a major power outage. Can you give tops for living off-grid on your channel? Okay. So some tips for living off-grid on your channel because you live in Bolivia. Maybe on one of your upcoming channels, can you give tips for living off-grid? Yeah. You said that you didn't even have a refrigerator, right?
Nope. And lived 5 years. And that's what I decided to not have one in my van for that reason too, because the funny thing is when you live in a place where you don't have those kinds of amenities, you learn that you really don't need them and how to get around it. So I kind of put those principles into when I was building that. I'm like, what do I really need? And what will, like, I wanted it to feel Zen-like. So you'll see that it's a beautiful space, but it's a very simple space. It doesn't have a lot of like technical stuff. And I use a Jackery. And so like I can use my phone, I can use my laptop because.
Uh-oh, you're freezing up, Dee. You're freezing up.
Oh, I hope I'm not looking like.
No, you're not looking. So I'm going to be shutting this down, but Dee is going to be Motivation Garden. Dee is going to be doing some tips on living off grid and how to do that. And Lisa D's Delight says, yep, had no power for 5 days here in Dallas. Wow. And Happy Camper says, it would be great to see a video on how to live without a fridge out there or ice. So that's something that would be great to show. And if you can show that, maybe I'll do one also at a future date. I interviewed someone, Fee, who does, she has no refrigeration. And a lot of that is just using fresh produce and using it up quickly, using canned goods. But you can, so if you can show that, Dee, that would be great.
Yeah. I was actually even thinking like collaborating with you, and you come to my van and cook a nice meal, and you'll see how easy it is to do it in my van.
We'll do that. We will do that. We'll be talking and we will do that. Well, thank you, everyone. Motivation Garden says just followed you on Instagram, Dee. Good.
Oh, thank you.
Great. All right. Well, everyone, believe it or not, the time is up. It has flown by. Dee is go over and check out her new channel, Lady Bug Out, and to find it easiest, put right after you put that in, put how I made my bed, and she will give that information. Maybe coming out with a build guide. Will also be coming out with an informational. Next time it's going to be on the water pump, and she will have links to that, and also will be having a video on how she how to live off grid. Maybe 10 tips, the 10 best tips for living off grid from someone who lives in Bolivia for, so.
All right.
All right. Well, I am going to be, I'm going to say a couple of these final comments. Happy Camper says, I'm vegan, so I bet it would be easy. Faye Lute says, bye, ladies. Great live chat. Bye, all. Art Mac, Dad, Dogs and Catering says, take the meat out of the freezer and make jerky out of it so it doesn't go to waste. That's an idea. Happy Camper says, have an awesome day. Much love to all. And Lisa D's Delight says, thank you, everyone. Have a blessed night. Thank you. And do you have any final parting words you'd like to say, Dee?
No, I'm very grateful for Carol, first of all, for having the wherewithal that when we met to just do that video. And I'm grateful for everybody who's watched it. And for your comments and your graciousness toward me, kind words. It's always encouraging. So thank you.
Well, almost 50,000 views in every single one positive that I've read. So there's a lot of love out there for you. So we're looking forward to your channel. Lady Bug Out, how I made my bed. Don't be square, be there, and go sign up. And bye, everyone. Don't forget this Tuesday, I will have a lady who's living in a minivan. And she has a very interesting story. And then, of course, we'll have the cooking. And I think I'm going to do a one-pot dish this Thursday coming up. So I love all of you. Thank you for stopping by. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.